Hi guys, we are Mero
and Alex from Deadscape, and you're watching
Antichrist TV!
I wish I could do that. We're a 5-piece melodic death metal band from Sofia, Bulgaria. In December it's going to be 5 years since it all began. At first it was a solo project by our lead guitarist. Then I joined, and basically this is how the core of the band was created. But I guess it's safe to say that we started out as functioning band in 2018, because this is when the first stable lineup was assembled.
After changes, mainly on the guitar side, we finally got to the current lineup of the band, which consists of me as a vocalist, Alex as a bassist and clean/backing vocalist, our drummer Ivan Kolev, our guitarist Ivan Bratoev, and Ani. The name of the band Deadscape came into reality from a simple wordplay of the words dead and landscape, which is somewhat of a symbol of the dying nature's motive, which we incorporate also in all our songs. Apart from that, it's also a great source of metaphors for different subjects that matter to us, such as personal struggles.
We've released it back in August. It is 17 minutes long and basically consists of the first 4 songs that we have ever composed for Deadscape. The production is completely done by us, the mixing, the mastering, and the cover art also it's drawn by Mara here.
The 4 songs will be available in our full-length debut album, but the main reason for deciding to release the demo now is because in today's world it's important to have social media presence in order to let people know more about you and what you do before being able to gain any type of popularity.
As Mara said before, the dying nature motif is pretty much all over our songs. When I joined the band, I've taken over the duties of writing the lyrics. However, most of the ideas in this particular release are by our lead guitarist Ivan Bratoev. I've edited those ideas, turned them into real lyrics, and started building around them an entire concept about the lost connection between humanity and nature. I hope when the whole thing comes out, people will be able to see the bigger picture.
No. The album cover started as a painting done by me, which looks like this. It was done in ink and charcoal, and it was later finished in, of course, Photoshop. The main concept behind the artwork is the image of the Mother Nature, the creator of all things. I decided to paint her in a vast space of nothingness. We have some sea, we have some sky, we have the sun and the moon, but basically we have no idea where in the universe this thing is located. I also painted a tree coming out from the goddess as a symbol that she creates all life in here.
Well, maybe Mary here has a different opinion, but I will share my personal opinion, that it is important to have a label deal, because you cannot simply ignore all the connections and promotional channels that labels have built over the years. Even though we have social media by our side today, Of course, you have to be really careful what you're signing for, because often business relations can affect the quality of the music, and no one wants this to happen.
Well, of course, the pandemic affected us in some way. Maybe not as much as other bands that had complete tours cancelled, but we had maybe 5 or 6, give or take, shows cancelled. It was definitely not something we wanted, we anticipated, but it was something we had to deal with. And we decided that's the best time for us to focus on recording music and releasing first the demo and now working on the complete debut album. So I may say that it wasn't completely bad time for us. We managed to use it in the best way possible for the band. So that's a nice thing, I guess.
To be honest, I don't think that we had a concert, that we ever had a concert that went smoothly from the first to the last minute. But fortunately, I can't remember anything, and I'm this kind of person that really remembers this stuff. I cannot remember anything that can be really defined as an epic fail.
Well, I agree that we didn't have any epic fails, but we certainly had some funny moments. One of them was when we played in a club where my boots were sliding on the floor, and during the whole concert I was balancing between trying not to forget the lyrics and not making a split in front of the public.
I will go with another melodic death metal release by the German band Nightingales. It's called Don't Light Garden, and has a really great atmosphere, great composing, really strong at the gates, and maybe Heaven Shall Burn influences. So I think it's a must listen for all the melodic death metal fans out there.
Unlike Alex, I had more time to listen to new music, and I listened to a vast number of new albums. The top 4 albums for me this year are Folkesange by Mörker, Of Truth and Sacrifice by Heaven Shall Burn, Bury Tomorrow's Cannibals, and Kali Yuga by In Heart's Wake. And I may say that we have 2 more months until this year is over, and I'm really hopeful for the music that will come out during this time, so we have time to listen.
Well, in fact, it already did. I mean, just look at all these online shows. I mean, they're kind of cool, but if this is the new normal, I don't really want to get used to it. Nothing can replace the atmosphere of the live shows, the contact face to face with your favorite bands, and of course, having in mind that concerts and tours are the main source of income for most of the bands. I really hope that the music scene survives this, and we can get back to the normal soon. Well, what can I say? I think that it's kind of small and really encapsulated community. But despite this fact, it's really full of so many talented bands and musicians. It's really sad that we are a small market, and almost none of these bands make it to the big European festivals, and they really deserve it.
I really agree with Alex in here because in today's world, marketing is like maybe half of your band's image, and you really need to work on that so people can hear you, so you can get booked, so you can release more music, and so on and so on. And just for example, because we're going fairly frequently to Romania for concerts, the scene there is quite different. People are really doing more and more to be heard outside of their country, not only, for example, in Bucharest, like it's in here in Sofia. And yeah, I think it's only loss for the bands not being recognized outside of the country. But I hope this will change someday.
We're currently focused on producing and releasing the best debut album that we're capable of at this moment. We're going to try and promote it as effectively as possible, and I hope many people will be able to listen to it and find something in it that they can relate to.
We're not engaging with any promises, but our aim is to release the album at the earliest possible next year. In the meantime, we really hope you will check our music out if you haven't done that yet, and leave us any feedback. We're available on Facebook and Instagram, so you can reach us there and tell us what you think, if you like it, if you don't like it. Any feedback means a lot to us. Thank you, and I hope we'll see each other soon.